Shining bright, sunshine in the sky. Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding.
Hey, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Megan.
Together we are the
Fat Girl Flippers.
And this is our podcast, The Fat Girl Chronicles.
Yes. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the notifications, right?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Hit the not the bell, the notifications.
Hit those notifications. And, yeah, it'll remind you when we post usually on Fridays. And make sure you're commenting and liking and all of that stuff. We do get some comments on our YouTube videos, and we do read them. We love them. We love your guys' insight.
Most importantly, subscribe.
Yes, and subscribe. And then also, if you're just into listening to us like through audio, that's perfectly fine. We love that too. We love that. We are on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, pretty much all the mainstream podcast platforms. So feel free to follow us on there as well. So yeah, so we've kind of gone, it's kind of like our thing now, like to talk about our weeks first and then get into it. Mm-hmm. So do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. As you can tell, I got a little bit of sun this week.
I didn't.
This is actually quite tan to what it was.
It still looks really hot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Hot.
This side was the worst side.
Oh my, that's hot.
Oh,
steam I can see, but it's like, when you get your hand close to it, it's warm.
Oh, yeah.
You're, very fair. That's...
I know. And crazy enough, I applied sunscreen twice. So what I did is, I was invited to a little pool party with some coworkers and some previous coworkers, and so the girl had a pool, but I stayed in the pool from 12 till 4.
Oh boy.
So I applied it twice, the sunscreen twice, but I was in the water, minus 1 pee break, for 4 hours straight. It took me so long to get my hands back to normal, because they were so pruny. So yeah, I got really burnt. I had, on my face, I'm not wearing makeup today because my cheeks and stuff are red and I didn't want to irritate it. But yeah, so that was Sunday, and that was really, really, really fun. I posted a picture of me, and we won't get more into the bathing suits. Yeah, I had a bathing suit with, short shorts on. So that was fun.
Very cute.
Yeah. And then, what else for my week? I feel like that was kind of it, really. There wasn't much more happening. I feel like this week was kind of just heat waves. It was really warm. I spent some time reading. This week was weird because we had Canada Day, but it was on Tuesday, so it was we had the weekend and then Monday. Mm-hmm. And then we're off Tuesday, which is... Oh, that's when I went to the pool party, Tuesday. Not Sunday, Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday, so it was kind of a weird...
Mm-hmm. It was very weird.
A weird week.
It is a weird week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How was your week?
I feel like Eeyore. Melancholy, just, I don't know. I think it started out with, the weekend. What did I do? Saturday, I went and did some shopping, got some groceries and did that kind of stuff. And then Sunday, Sunday night, Leo and I went for a drive for coffee.
Nice.
Looking for fireworks, but we didn't find any. So
to buy some?
No. Looking for, I think it was supposed to be DeBert. Whatever day it was DeBert Field Days or DeBert Days or whatever.
Oh, and nice.
But they didn't have them because of the burn ban.
Oh,
so we were driving around looking. So that was a disappointment.
Yeah, that is disappointing.
And then, so on Tuesday, again, I got him to come and get me because I had a plan in mind. I wanted to go to Wentworth. You know I love Wentworth.
Yes.
So we go to Wentworth, we pull in, we managed to get into the spot that we love, you know, that
Yeah.
there was only one other couple there and they left as soon as
Nice.
we pulled in. There's no friggin' water in the river. The river is extremely, extremely low. And
Really?
I couldn't get to it.
So now what would cause that?
Lack of rain.
Oh.
We've been having a heat. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
and it's very, very early in the season for the rivers to be low like that.
Oh.
So anyway, that was a disappointment because I couldn't get my wheelchair close enough. And
enjoy.
Leo wasn't, like, as helpful as he usually is because I said, maybe I can walk that far. No, I don't think so. What are you going to sit on? Da, 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 da. You know, like, and it was just like, I felt like I was being an inconvenience. So then I was like, forget it. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Let's just go home.
Yeah.
Like, but anyway, we drove through
Yeah.
through the Willow Church Road and came out in Tatumgush. And then explored a dollar store in Tatumgush, which was kind of interesting.
Oh, like a Great Canadian, or
No, it's just a no-name dollar store, but
Really?
that's where I got that foam and stuff to be able to make the
Okay.
lighters. Yeah, so did that, but I don't know. I just felt like I just feel like the summer's gonna go by and there's nothing going to happen. Like,
right?
and I'm just like, bleh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I am excited, even though we're not going to do the weekend away, we're going to wait till October, because we want to get an actual, like, decent spot. Which, by the way, I was thinking, I'm kind of curious about Cape Breton, to do, like, you've done the Cabot Trail, like, probably a million
Oh yeah,
times.
a million times. Yeah.
But I wonder if there's any, like,
But that's
accessible hikes.
I don't know, but that's the most expensive time to go to Cape Breton because of
Thanksgiving?
leaf changing.
Yeah.
That's the most like it's cheaper now to go than it is then.
Yeah.
So we won't get a deal at that time of year.
Yeah.
Sorry, being Eeyore again, but truth, we won't.
Yeah. That's unfortunate,
Yeah.
but it would be super pretty.
Mhm.
There was somewhere else I was thinking, and I can't quite remember.
I mean, there's always the possibility of
Valley, I think it was.
going around the Cabot Trail, but staying, staying in Port Hawkesbury or staying in, like somewhere else. We don't have to stay up in the Highlands.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
always that. We could stay in Sydney. We could thrift. We could,
Oh, Sydney would be that would be kind of a fun drive.
yeah. And I mean, we can still do the Cabot Trail because you can do that in one day and come back.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah.
It would be gone like the full weekend.
Yeah.
The other thing is we could do, we're like so totally sidetracked here, but the other thing is we could do during the week. Like I could just take time off work.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of thinking. We could just do something.
That would be cheaper for sure.
Yeah.
That would.
And less crowds, less driving around.
Yeah.
I just think the
There's
change would be so pretty.
somewhere up there that does the on the ski lift where you go up and look at the leaves. I can't remember, but
Is that an option?
I don't know. The certain like our one in Wentworth isn't, just because they're not smart enough to figure out that you need
Right.
things at the top of the hill to
Right.
move them from one platform to another. Now Windsor says it is, like Martok, but I don't know about like Cape Smoky.
Huh.
So I just know that they do tours. But that would be
See, that's what I'm
fun.
that's what I'm kind of thinking, right? Because then I was also thinking, like, we're gonna be so exhausted on that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's gonna be a full day.
Mm-hmm.
That is so exciting.
Yeah.
You'll be swimming with the sharks.
Swim with the sharks? Oh, you're talking about surfing.
Yeah.
I won't be swimming with no sharks. I'll be staying with my feet on the board. And there better be 10 people all around me at all times, like they promise. To ward off any sharks.
Did you see they closed one of the beaches?
No.
Um,
You watch and see. The last time
because
I
they saw a fin.
Oh yeah, but the last time I registered for this, remember it got canceled because of a hurricane or something. Like I
Do you know
can't
what?
win.
If it cancels, we'll figure out something.
I swear, if it cancels, I'm still wearing the pretty rush guard long sleeve zip up floral over top of my compressions, and I'm still Gonna go lay in the sand somewhere. I don't
I was gonna
care.
say, we'll go get one of those boogie boards.
Yes, from the dollar store.
Away
Megan-
you go, Tammy. Away
Megan
you
will
go.
take some pictures of me through the car window. With my boogie board and...
Oh my god. If that does happen, though, that day we should definitely, regardless if it happens or not, we need to make it like a full-on girls'
they
day.
said
Oh, right, it's going
they're
to happen
not
regardless.
cancel. The only thing they're doing is having a picnic, so I mean, we could still...
We will have, regardless, it has to be a girls' day.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, we've always had sharks. The Atlantic Ocean is our neighbor.
Yeah.
Hello. And it's, our waters are becoming warmer.
Yeah.
So it's not unusual that the sharks will come in, like to the lower water where it's warmer. The water is warmer. So the further north they go, the closer they come to the shore, because a lot of them like the warmer water.
Yeah.
So that's why there's more sightings. That's why we see them in closer to the...
And they are doing...
there's shark research and shark dive tanks.
Tanks and stuff now.
Which is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I would participate, but it is cool. I'm not...
That's
not
why
everyone
I
is
want
scared of the world.
10 people around me while I'm doing this surfing thing, because I'm thinking if anybody's being shark food, it's going to be the 10 people around me, not me.
Oh my gosh. I can't.
And I'll be like, if any one of you got a cut or you're on your period or anything, you're out.
Forget it.
Back to the shore for you.
Yes. But I am excited for that. Like, that's going to be a really good opportunity.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Is there anything else that's coming up?
Not really. There's not
No.
really anything.
Major.
No. I just want to do something. I was talking to, Chris. He's in a wheelchair too. He used to come to my house to visit peer support.
Yes,
Chris.
yes.
So I was talking to him yesterday, and we were throwing ideas back and forth. I said, wouldn't it be fun to have a weekend of accessible camping, like for people in wheelchairs? And he's like, yeah. He goes, but what would be even better is if we could, like, rent a chalet or something, and if it was all on one level. He goes, that would be awesome. He goes, imagine the bonding that would go on if we spent, like, a whole weekend
Is that
together.
possible, do you think?
I don't know of any place that's accessible
See,
like
and that's
that.
the problem we ran into.
I mean, I can think of
nowhere
things...
is accessible.
I can think of things like the DeBerk Convention Center. That's accessible, but who wants to stay there?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing... And, I mean, there's...
But do you know what, though? Have you been there?
It's icky.
Well, the only reason I say that is because I can't remember what organization it was with, but there was an organization that did a retreat at that center, and the following year they couldn't have it there again because it was the accessibility. There were so many accessibility issues.
Okay. Because...
It's probably one of those more accessible.
Yeah. Well, the reason I thought they were is because I've been there with Aunt Val at Christmas time to the women's, the ladies' party.
Yeah.
But we just go into one main section, and come to think of it, it is not accessible, and we had to come in a back door, Amanda and I,
Yeah.
No, so it isn't accessible. So that's out.
Yeah.
I think there is a place in Cape Breton, like a lodge or something, but
Yeah.
cost-wise too, like you'd never be able. Most people are, on a budget, so.
Of course.
But wouldn't it be fun?
It would be.
It's so fun to dream.
I know. It is. There's so many different things that you could do, like, with a retreat. Like, I'm more, not necessarily about the accessibility piece, but I'm more thinking about, like, a retreat for, like,
Women.
like, bodies and women
yeah.
and stuff. But, like, yeah, no, that would
Fat
be really
camp.
cool. Like, fat camp. Oh my god, that would be so much fun.
I'd kill for fat camp.
That would be so much. We should try to look at that for next year, maybe.
Let's get the fat splash over. Listen, I can't be camp. I know what I'll be in charge of. Art.
Yes.
Arts and crafts.
Oh my gosh.
At fat camp with
That would
Tammy.
be so much fun.
Can't you just see me in my big crayons and all this stuff?
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. That would be so much fun. That would be so much fun.
Well, you know how at camp they have like arts and crafts and they do all kinds of different activities and things.
The problem is, though, like...
Again, there's nowhere to...
Well, there's nowhere to do it, but, like, I see all these really good retreats.
Oh, they're friggin' expensive.
Hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
And they're in Toronto or they're,
yeah.
you know.
Or if they're here, they're still like...
$600.
$500, $400, like...
There was one I saw the other day and
$1,000.
Somatic teachings and it looked like a really good... I clicked on it and it's in Texas. It's
really?
like, why is my feed showing me this?
For Texas. There looked like a really good one. It was in the fall. And it was here, like, not here, but, like, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
And, it was, like, a woman's thing, it looked really good.
Like, I'd be willing
but
to...
But it was so expensive. It was, like, $1,000.
I wonder, some of those things give bursaries, though.
That's true. I never even thought about that.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
I would love to go to something like that.
It was
even
really
if
cool.
I had to save.
You know what? It was like Find Your Inner Witch. Like, it was like a witch one.
Oh, I've seen that. Yes.
Yes. Like, I don't know. I thought that fat camp would be so much fun. Oh my gosh.
Well, we'd have to do fat camp. We couldn't rely on anyone else for that because
we would need to do that one.
So
yeah, we would need to do that one.
Fat camp.
So yeah, I guess So right now you're just feeling like, oh God, I'm gonna be stuck in here all summer. Yeah.
And it's not that I don't hate my surroundings or anything like that. It's not that at all. It's very comfortable. It's very aesthetic. I'm comfortable. I love my garden.
Right.
You know, I love seeing the animals, but I just wish for more. I guess we always wish for what we don't have.
I feel like there's something to be said around, like you and I share, how do I put it?
A diagnosis.
Well, diagnosis, but like an antsiness. Mm-hmm. Like it's almost like...
It's hard to settle.
Yes!
You're talking about reading. I tried so many times over this Canada Day, 4-day, whatever thing. I tried so many times to read. I tried to read a physical book. I tried to read on my phone because sometimes I can read on my phone better.
Right.
5 minutes into it, next thing you know, somebody's texting me. There's a game notification. I get the game notification, then I go play the game. Next thing I know, I'm on Temu. Then I'm watching something on YouTube about something totally insignificant, which sends me down another rabbit hole. And then I start a craft project and drag that out, you know, and just I'm totally gone. And then what happened to reading? I start again the next day, same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what. And I love to read.
Yeah. And I think there is that, there's something to be said about being unsettled. Like, if Richard were to say to me tomorrow, let's just move to Europe and
you'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, I just like to move, you know?
Yes, I get it.
Yeah. I don't know what it is about that. So I can understand where there'd be a fear of I'm trapped. There's nothing exciting. There's nothing new. There's nothing thrilling.
I'm going to be an old lady with a garden.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, right. No, don't say right.
But that's a great...
Have I ever, in my lifetime that you've known me, said I wanted to be an old lady with a garden?
And a cat.
And a cat. Have you ever heard me say that?
No.
Saw something yesterday that was really interesting. There was a lady holding this cat like a baby. And it was a reel or a meme or something. And it said on it, the pets that we have the most bond with are children that there weren't any children's souls to be born at that time. So you were given a pet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you were given a pet to love because there weren't any children available.
And that would make sense for Archie.
Well, yeah. Because Archie is like my right-hand man, right?
Yeah. And he's such a unique cat.
Well, I think of you and Oliver, too, right?
Oh, for sure. Really super bonded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that is true. You have...
And it's not just... I've had lots of animals over the years, and I've always loved them.
Yeah.
But there's some that stick out in your mind.
Yeah, it's you bond more with certain ones. And it's not that you don't love all of them, because you do.
No, you do, because I mean, people who love animals just love animals. That's
Right.
I mean, I'd love an alligator the same way I'd love a cat.
Right.
That's just who I am.
Right.
But yeah, and I just saw that and I thought, okay, that's just. I mean, it sounds a little strange, but it was talking about energetic.
Kind of makes sense, though.
But it was talking about energetic fields.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Like energy.
Yes,
Yeah,
and like planets and meteors flying around and like a lot of stuff. So I think people are talking about energy and connections. Oh, that was the other thing. When Chris had messaged me, I had just thought of him, like not even 5 minutes before that.
So
And he
weird.
messaged me out of the blue, and I said, "That's so weird. I was just thinking about you." And he goes, "What made you think of me?" And I said, "I don't know. I saw a guy the other day with a wheelchair, that with the lift that takes it out of his car, and I said it reminded me of you, but I said that was a few days ago. I don't know what hit me today."
Right.
But
interesting.
it is. I think that you can be connected on energy levels and not, if you're not conscious of your, I guess it's your higher self.
Yeah.
Like if you're tuned into that stuff, I think you can be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But what I think happens with us is the noise of the world gets in there.
And you know what? That's true.
I think you and I are very much the same in that we feel everything very intensely, and we read things and we analyze things and stuff like that. But then when the noise of all the world and everything around us gets like it's like buzzing in our brain.
Yeah, and they do say, like, when you think about things like tarot cards and things like that, like they do say everyone has the ability to practice those things. But it's about being mindful and tuning out the world, like being really in tune with your higher self.
A lot of people can't do that.
No. Well, it's so hard, right? Like you're constantly questioning yourself.
I feel more in touch with myself at this age than I ever have in my life.
Interesting.
And I don't know if that will. A fly bit me on the corner of my eye.
Oh.
Yesterday, and it's kind of swollen
God.
up. I don't know if that'll get better or worse as I got older, but I feel like I'm more in tune with what's going on with
you.
me. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
And like for me to express to you today that I was feeling like Eeyore, I wouldn't normally say things like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't usually like to tell people when I feel like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm glad that you did, because I mean, and it's okay to feel that way.
But sometimes I feel like people make you feel bad for feeling down. Like you can't be happy all the time.
No, it's funny that you mentioned that, actually, because I've been talking a lot about this, and you've for sure seen this video. I'd be shocked if you didn't. The Brene Brown. Have you ever seen the Brene Brown Sympathy versus Empathy? Mm-hmm. Okay, so in this video, for anyone who hasn't seen it, and it's worth seeing it, like looking it up. It's Brene Brown, Sympathy versus Empathy. You should find it under that. And it's essentially, it talks you through what the difference is. So it has this, like, these animal cartoon characters, and one of them's, like, going down, down, down into the hole. And the character is sad, saying something like, something trivial, like, oh, what would be an example? The only example I can think of, I'm not going to say out loud. I'm really grieving a death. I'm really sad that my brother has passed away. Very, very sad. Sympathetic would kind of just be like, oh, okay, yeah, but at least you have other family members, or at least they are okay, or at least they are at peace, or at least others love you, or at least you had that relationship, or whatever, right? So that's kind of sympathetic. It's like kind of acknowledging that someone's feeling a certain way, but then trying to like fix it or brighten it, and ultimately kind of dismisses. Whereas empathy,
it turns the tables back on that person, and you basically make that person feel like they shouldn't feel like that.
Right. And so, whereas empathy is just like sitting. So like, I'm really sad that my brother has passed away. That must be really challenging for you. Would you like me to sit here and share this moment, or
Or,
did you need a
I'm so
hug?
sorry that happened to you. Is there anything I can do?
Yeah.
You know, do you need to talk about it? Would you like not to talk about it? I can just sit here.
Yeah, sometimes, like, there's such power in silence
Mm-hmm.
and just sitting with somebody and just hurting with somebody and being empathetic. So it's interesting that you kind of mentioned that piece, because that is, I've been talking about that video a lot lately.
Mm-hmm. I like Brene
Yeah,
Brown.
I do too. So I would really encourage people to look that up, and it gives
And
you like
it's-
tons of
God,
examples.
how old is Brene Brown? Must be in her 70s.
Is she? Are you sure? 7? Well, she might be in her 60s.
I'm thinking of Louise Hay.
Oh, I think she'd be in her like late 50s, maybe early 60s.
Yeah,
maybe.
Brene is probably my age.
She's really good. She's a social worker, actually.
She's amazing.
And yeah, I would definitely encourage you to watch that.
She has workbooks too, and I really like her workbooks.
Yes, yeah. Oh, and this is the other thing that happened in my week before we get into our topic. I was talking with an old supervisor of mine, and so I've been trying to kind of decide, like, what I want to be when I grow up. Ultimately, right?
I still haven't decided.
Right.
So
So I've been kind of toying with a couple of things. Like, I had done the counseling course, but ultimately it was super expensive and I couldn't keep up with it. Like, I really wanted to get that counseling master's, but it's like $50,000 in a, oh yeah, in like a 2-year span. Yeah, so there's no way I could. Like, there's just, even with student loan, like, there's no way. So I had to drop out of that. But I'd love to do counseling, right? And so what they suggest is you could do your, like, master's. The thing is, you can't do counseling with a Bachelor of Social Work in Nova Scotia.
Mm-hmm.
You can in New Brunswick.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm toying with a couple of things right now. I'm toying with, do I want to start, like, a nonprofit that focuses on, like, fat activism and body neutrality and, like, go that route, kind of do some advocacy work that I like. The other route is, this old supervisor of mine told me about this website that has a bunch of different, like, courses. So I could learn things like DBT. I could get the actual, like, to be facilitator of that, or CBT, or ACT, or to do a trauma-informed practice, whatever. So I could do counseling certificates.
Mm-hmm.
And I could ultimately, if I wanted to, apply to New Brunswick Social Work Association and do virtual, or find space in New Brunswick, because I live really close to New Brunswick, like within an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And could practice, like, doing counseling, Sackville, right in New Brunswick. So I'm kind of toying with those two things, but the website was really cool. They offered lots of discounts and stuff.
Was it Coursera?
No, it was, I don't know how to pronounce it. I want to say Pepsi, but it's not. It's PESI. Pesi? Or, yeah. So it's really an interesting course. The courses are usually pretty, like, decently priced because they're usually on sale. But I was looking at, or, like, you could do, like, ADHD coaching, like, so yeah, so I was kind of toying with those things. But anything else for your week before we get started?
I did have a nice surprise yesterday. Cheyenne, my other little care worker.
You went out, I saw.
She showed up and she said, well, she messaged me and said, would you like to go for a little drive before I start cleaning today? I said, sure. And she goes, good, because I have a little surprise for you.
Oh.
So I got in the car and she goes, do you want to bring your wheelchair so you can sit outside, or do you just want to sit in the car? I said, the car's fine. So anyways, we toddle off in the car and drive to town by the Title Board Park, and she whips this cooler bag out of the back seat. She goes, I brought us a picnic.
That is so... She is another one that I think is probably very intuitive.
She is, because you know what she brought? She brought... And I mean, she doesn't know very much about what's going on with, you know, like with the weight loss surgery or anything like that. So she brought Caesar salads, but they didn't have the dressing on them, and they had chicken on them. And then she brought this little snack thing that had cucumbers and tomatoes and little crackers and little cut up cheese and stuff. And then she brought us both a 0-calorie drink and I was just like, oh, that is the sweetest thing.
That is so sweet.
So anyways, we sat and we ate and we talked and we came back here and we laughed, and I don't know. She's leaving this Sunday for Aldershot. She's going to work for a month.
Oh.
And, yeah, she's super excited because it's good money for her.
Bittersweet for you.
She's home on the weekends. She's taking. She's like, I'm picking my damn car. She goes, I'm not staying down there if I don't have to.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So, and I told her, I said, no pressure here. Like,
yeah,
you know. She's like, no, I'll talk to you in a week or so and see how you're doing. She goes, no, plan to come in 2 weeks. So, but
good for her.
She's just the sweetest. She really is.
And I think this is a good pair because, like, you are someone that can be like a role model.
She said that to me. Yeah, and that feels good.
Yeah.
It's funny the day that she gave me the Mother's Day card and then she came in, like, I was sitting in the bed knock with my legs hanging over and she came in for a hug and I wasn't expecting it because she's not a huggy person.
Yeah.
And it was, like, all awkward because, you know, like, she came right in for a hug and I wasn't expecting it. And it was just the sweetest thing because I know that like, her making that card, like, she did it from her heart. Like, you don't do things like that.
No.
For no reason, right?
No, absolutely not.
So
that's really sweet.
Yeah. I just want to cry because she is she's a good kid.
And she is at that age where, like...
She's almost 18, though, and I'm just like, holy crap.
But you can have a lot of, like,
she started working for me when she was 15. Like...
That's wild when you think of it.
I know.
It's wild.
Crazy.
That long, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
She's a sweetie.
Okay. Today's topic. We are very excited. I'm just looking at Tammy's decoration.
Oh, I'm just playing around with the trying to make a photo frame for us for the party.
She acts as if it's no big deal, but it looks really nice.
That's not how it's going to be. I was just playing with the flowers to see what I want to do.
You could have shown up with that and I would have been like, oh my god.
Oh my god, that looks like a grade 4 art project.
I love it. I think it's beautiful.
No. See, I was just testing. Those are all different flowers. See how... Yeah. I wouldn't put them all, like...
So are you going to have all of it covered, or are you going to have...
No. Just, like, the corners, and then there's going to be, like, the fat splash and across the wording.
So she's got, like, it's like pool noodles, but it's like a frame, because we really want to, like, give people an opportunity to, like, take pictures and stuff.
And that will float. So,
yeah, so that'll be amazing. And the little bucket
with the things in it will also float.
That's so cool.
So, you know, you can...
That is so cool. I'm so excited.
And it's an LOL doll bucket. And I look at it, and their LOL dolls are chubby little people in clothing.
Yeah.
And they're cute.
I mean, love it.
I don't think that you should dress your 5-year-old daughter like that. But
yeah. Yeah, but I see what you mean with the, like,
Like, they all have little bathing suits on.
Yeah.
Because it's a sand bucket.
It's so cute.
And then I got us cool... flamingo glasses and ice cream cone glasses, and I forget what the other one. Oh, cat ears or something glasses.
Yeah, I'll have to sometime this weekend just pop into the dollar store and see.
Yeah, I was gonna try to find maybe some like princess crown or that kind of thing.
Because that's the kind of vibe we're going for. Just really
just fun. Like almost like a child's birthday party.
Yeah, we just want people to have fun. We just want people to have fun.
We don't want to put like 1 million hours into it or have a bunch of junk to drag back home with us or...
No.
Yeah. No. We just want people to go and enjoy themselves
and have fun.
Yes. Rain or shine, girls. Rain or shine.
So we were going to talk about today, like, the power of the bathing suit.
Mm-hmm. You know what immediately came to my mind was, you know which bikini top I'm talking about. The one I had last summer. That's teal color with floral on it. That top, when I put it on, made me feel like I weighed 110 pounds.
Right.
And looked fabulous. Right.
But instead you didn't weigh 110 pounds and you still looked fabulous.
Well, I don't know about that, but I felt fabulous.
No, you did. You do. You do. I
love that bathing suit. So, and that was, anyway, yes, you can, when you find the right suit, it doesn't matter what size you are. You will feel good.
Yeah.
And you will know.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes it takes a long time to find what looks good on your body and what feels good to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that you should look at people who are similar to you, do research on the internet, buy bathing suits at thrift stores so you can get, buy bathing suits from Shein or Temu that are cheap so you can test them. If they're not, throw them back on the internet for sale again,
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I think people, there's certainly so many more opportunities now for fat people than there were
back
when you were growing up.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
I mean, back when I was growing up, there was no such thing as a plus-size bathing suit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You just
and if it was like, what do you call those, swim dresses or whatever?
Yes, that were weighed more. By the time you got out of there, you were dragging yourself.
Around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were lined, and then they had the big, booby heavy cups in them. And
yeah. I just feel like,
Is that what you meant by the power of the bathing suit? Or?
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant. Like,
okay.
I think the confidence is power.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel the ability to put on a bathing suit in a body that is deemed unacceptable by society.
Or imperfect.
Or
flawed, or, wrong, or
any of those, right?
In a wheelchair.
Right. To be able to put that on and feel confident and powerful. I think that is power in and of itself.
And I would advise, if anybody out there is listening that's going to our Fat Splash, I would advise you to get, think about it in advance. Have fun with it. Plan your outfit. It doesn't have to cost a lot. We had some good selections up on our site. They sold really quickly.
I know. My supervisor actually said today, she was like, my gosh, you posted it, and then all of a sudden it was sold. I know. Sold.
Gone,
But we had some cute bathing suits.
But we showed them, that was so funny, we showed them at the sale.
Yeah.
And the regular people didn't buy them, and then we showed them later, and we're going to have to maybe start doing that with...
Every once in a while with...
Well, just throw up a nice piece afterwards or something that doesn't sell.
Yeah.
Like, I think of that Calvin Klein dress, right? Or Ralph Lauren, that floral dress that's out there.
Oh,
yes. It's just gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah, there's certain... Yeah,
just a one-off. Throw that up there and see if somebody wants it, right?
If we have a really good piece or whatever. But the bathing suits, because we were, hoping that people would look at them thinking about, Fat Splash. So, we got... They were
and for us,
fast.
too, because we don't do Fat Girl Flippers during the summer.
Yes.
It was important that we, got rid of the bathing suit stock.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, there are people who do look for swimsuits all year round, but most of the time we sell them.
And then whatever we have left, we're going to bring to the actual event, so you can shop whatever we have left.
The whole garbage bag of clothes to add to that out there. Yeah.
The power of the bathing suit. I feel like we talk about the word fat a lot. We say fat a lot, but for us, saying fat is reclaiming the word, because fat should just be a descriptor.
Fat is, and fat is, I hate when people come to me and say, why did you name your company Fat Girl Flippers? And I said, because we want to take back the word fat.
Yeah.
We want to take it back. We want to reclaim it. We want to put a positive spin on it, and we want to send it back out there again.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that, and even when I think about the bathing suit, a bathing suit, a plus size woman or a fat woman, or even a fat man, a fat person, wearing a bathing suit, that is also reclaiming some sort of power back, right?
You're damn right it is.
Yeah.
You're damn right it is.
It really
because
is.
Because if you were plus size, and you can go out on a public beach and strut through that crowd and have a bathing suit on, God love you, because so many of us can't. We just can't.
Yeah.
And I think that the more that society gets used to seeing that as the norm, that there are bodies of all sizes and abilities, the world will be such a better place.
I want to get to a place where when I post a picture, it's not inspiring. Because that was a lot of our comments, right? And that is so sweet, and I love that.
Yeah, and I commented on it that you looked beautiful because I thought you looked beautiful, but I got what you were doing. Like,
yeah, exactly, because I'm trying to encourage people to...
That this is normal.
Yeah. It doesn't need to be inspiring because it's just every day.
I'm sitting here like this today, which is feeling uncomfortable for me, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it because, and for anybody who's listening and not watching, I have my top tied and I have a pair of shorts on. Yeah. So that's way out of the realm for me. So
you know who it reminds me of Dirty Dancing so much. Every time I look into the I think of what's her name, Baby? Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Every time.
Yeah. Oh, that's because this was her outfit. She always wore jean shorts, and so I'm the fat baby.
There you go.
Now all I have to do is dance across that log. Oh, Patrick Swayze's dead.
Oh, you'll have to find your own Patrick Swayze.
All I've got is Suave, and he won't dance.
Yeah, no, I am super excited. I think that the bathing suit thing is so important. I think it just... And that's exactly what I was trying to do with the picture. It was like, this is just normal. Like, don't... And because the other thing, too, is one unique thing about me is that I do have, like, what they call, like, a PCOS belly. So I have a, like, much bigger, like, lower belly. That's where I hold a lot of my weight. And so a lot of women who have weight there really do avoid things like... shorts that are not covered. Like, they wear long tops.
It was hilarious because you looked so much smaller in that outfit.
Right.
Than you normally do every day.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, I don't mean that as an insult, but don't take that the wrong way, I guess is what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying.
But I thought you looked very, a lot more smaller, and I think sometimes you wear larger clothes.
I always wear larger clothes.
And then your body hides underneath, and we can't see what size you actually are.
Yeah, no, and that is so true. That is so true. But yeah, no, I just wanted to show, because a lot of women who do have that lower belly will hide that, and it's like you can wear.
Always.
Yeah.
I've noticed that about you, that you... Well, you were the one who encouraged me to just wear the bathing suit and get out there and forget about it. Like,
I almost like to think of it now as when I go on an airplane, I am extra about the seatbelt.
Yeah. Excuse me.
I'm like, I need an extra seatbelt.
I'm extra, so I need an extender.
I'm very like, I'm almost diva about it because I really feel that all bodies deserve to fly. Like, I don't know, it's a radical idea, but...
It's absolutely true. And it's like flying with a wheelchair. Everybody that flies with a wheelchair ends up with a broken wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy. Like, everybody deserves to fly, and you deserve to get your wheelchair there in one piece.
Of course. Oh, yeah, well, I sent you that video.
But that's a perfect example.
Yes, the wheel went missing.
I'm telling you, I've had so many people sitting on the airplane videotaping the luggage guys throwing, like, the wheelchairs onto the...
And that's not something you can throw.
No!
Like, that is... I mean, that is awful.
Well, and they even make bags now that you can put, like, it looks like a suitcase, but it has a wheelchair on the outside of it.
Yeah.
And your wheelchair breaks down and goes inside the bag, like my manual wheelchair would. And, but still, the baggage people were just heaving the stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's wild. It is wild. Like, so I'm extra about the seat. And so I kind of treat the bathing suit kind of the same way. Like, I try to be like...
Extra,
yeah. I am,
here
like,
I
allowed
am.
To be here. Yeah, my body is okay here. I'm allowed to be here. I'm allowed to walk amongst everyone else. And I mean, at the end of the day, generally, most people are probably not even looking at you. But I know in a marginalized body, it feels like everybody is looking at you.
That day we went to Crescent Beach last summer.
Yes.
And we were wearing our bikini.
Yeah.
Tops and our shorts and stuff. Yeah. Do you remember? We went to the photo booth.
Yes.
And we took the most inspiring pictures because we came from the beach. We looked like shit. Like we were just...
Yeah.
But we had our bathing suits on and we took pictures and you know, it was just fun.
It was fun. I can't wait to see, like, people post or take pictures at our little event.
I know. I can't
Yeah.
wait to see my photo frame.
I know. I think it is going to be fun. And I just think, you know, I think being able to, I don't know what it is about the bathing suit, but that is the one thing that women of all sizes really struggle with. Like, it's just the one thing that, and it could be because a lot of it represents, like, or resembles a bra and panty, right? Especially if you're not wearing a one piece.
Speaking of that, on the weekend when we went to Wentworth, Leo's like, "You don't have a bathing suit." I'm like, "I got a black bra and I got black panties.
Of course.
What are you worrying about?"
Yeah.
He's like, "You're gonna do that?" I'm like,
well, if you're
"Who
wearing a
the
bikini,
hell is ever gonna know the difference?"
and that's the truth, right? Like, especially like,
You should have seen his face.
because they're not.
I know he was so happy that there was no water in that river. Literally. I know it.
But truthfully, there is no difference. And so I think that's why maybe a lot of more women's, right? Or that it's like form fitting or whatever it is. So to be able to like actually put it on and actively just feel good in it and feel confident.
There's a lady that
really
I follow
challenges.
and she's not really big. She'd be like, I would say like
mid-size?
12, 14.
Yeah, mid-size.
You know,
okay.
like,
yeah.
anyway, just the average person, right?
Yep.
And she never ever felt empowered to wear a bikini. So she started wearing her bikini around the house. Now that's all she wears when she's home. And she's got all these different bikinis. She's like, "I've never gone out in public, never gone to the beach, but I wear these." And
That's
she makes
awesome.
these little reels of herself walking around or cooking. And she's like my age, you know. And yeah.
It's one thing that people really, really, really struggle with.
Yeah. And I mean, I think even the older generation, there was a lot of, like, you never would have been encouraged by your mother back in those days to wear a bikini.
Right.
If you were plus size.
Yeah.
Well, there wouldn't have been a bikini for one thing.
No.
You would have had your grandmother sewing one for you because...
Well, and that's the thing, like, it's so ingrained in us. Cover your body, cover your body,
Yes.
cover your body.
Yes.
And
I can remember my mother saying, "Don't worry about a bathing suit. Just put on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. That's all you need.
yeah, exactly.
That's all you need."
Yeah, exactly.
Yet my sister had a bathing suit.
Right. So you wearing that bathing suit is actively challenging some of those norms, right?
Look at me now, mama.
Exactly. Yeah, I do. I'm excited to feel the energy. I'm excited to
see the people because we've attracted a whole new set of people, which is really interesting.
like it's starting to kind of fill up, but it's a lot of people we don't know.
Yeah. So anybody who is on our regular OG list and you want to come, I would suggest that you get on it because we got a list of people that we don't know.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see and
not
meet.
that we care that we
Yeah.
don't know these people, but I'm just worried that our regulars will wait till the last minute
I know. And then there won't be any spots.
there won't be any spots.
Yeah. It'll be so interesting. And I'm just so honored to be a part of creating a space where women can come out and wear their bathing suits and feel comfortable.
And shout out to Suzanne Halifax.
Yeah.
Because she's partnering with us on this, and we appreciate her so much. We talk about, like, we're doing this event, but we're doing it with Suzanne. So
Suzanne's been awesome.
Yeah.
And
she has some great ideas, too.
She does. And what I really like about her specifically, and if you go on her TikTok, you'll see, she really does talk about, like, fat activism, fat phobia.
I was looking at some of her things.
Okay.
Where she was in showing hotel rooms. She was talking about being on the resort, how much you have to walk, and that there's these golf carts if you wait, and like, just that is what we need. There's a lot of people out there doing that now, though.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people vlogging, like the fat friendly.
Yeah.
So
which is so important.
Yeah.
Which is so important.
So yeah, her stuff is amazing.
Yeah, so definitely check it out on TikTok, but
yeah, it's Hallie HALI.FAT.
Yeah. And it's on TikTok.
Yes.
So yeah, no, I do think there is power in the bathing suit. I think it's reclaiming a marginalized body. It's challenging all of the things we've been told as growing up. Society tells
The
us.
funniest questions I got about this event were, how fat do you have to be to go to this? And then my answer was, well, we won't have a scale by the door, so,
Like, are you
We'll
plus
leave-
size?
we'll leave that up to you. If you feel fat
Yeah,
and
exactly.
you've paid,
That's fine, or whatever.
if you weigh 110 pounds, you may not be in the pictures, but,
But yeah, no,
if you identify as fat, then...
well, and that's the other thing, right? It's so interesting to talk about what is fat, because even like a lot of the groups that I am a part of, there's even categories within the fat category.
Oh,
so
yeah.
there's like
super fat,
mid fat, like little fat, like all
chubby
of these
fat, yeah.
all of these different types of things, right? And I think again, I really just think it speaks to wanting to be normalized in a body, right? Like when you add categories to things and titles to things, it's because you want to belong to something. Because when you live in a marginalized body and don't feel like you belong in society, to be in a spot where you just belong in a group can be so empowering, right? So yeah, I'm feeling the energy now that we're in the month. Like, now that we're in July.
I know, I keep thinking it's August, but it's July.
I know. It'll be here before we know it.
I know.
Here.
I just hope everything goes well.
Yes. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be like 1,000,001 hiccups.
I can't see.
think?
The only hiccup I think that we might have, and that will leave me, you, and Suzanne on our floating unicorns by ourselves, is if it rains and it's cold.
Yeah.
We'll be sitting on our unicorns alone.
Taking lots of pictures.
Taking lots of pictures with our frame.
Yes.
And eat lots of snacks afterwards.
Yes. Yeah, no, I
think that really should be the only hiccup.
Yeah.
We've got our pool boy Rich to, set up the snack.
Well, and yeah, they're going to be setting up. It's actually works out because he's watching wrestling in town that night.
Oh, okay.
So him and his brother had to be in Truro for like 6:30. So they're just coming early and they'll set up and then wait for us to get there and then they'll head over.
That's awesome.
So it works out really well, but yeah, I'm feeling the energy. Like I'm trying to really just like
be happy and be positive and
and just feel that energy.
Okay, so I guess I have to start wearing my I don't even know what I'm going to wear for a bathing suit.
I don't either. I have no idea.
We need to figure this out. We're the boss bitches.
I know.
We don't even have our bathing suits.
I know it will be a bikini. Like it'll be a bikini. It won't be a tankini. It won't be a full piece. It will be a bikini. But
see, I want a bikini and I don't have one.
Do you have you don't have your turquoise one?
I do, but I don't have any bottoms.
We'll have to go thrifting, maybe see if we can find anything. I do have extra bottoms, but
I do have a pink. I have that pink like skirt bottom, but I don't want to.
Yeah. The other thing I was thinking of was I do have one piece that I really like. It's a Minnie Mouse, but it's still kind of risky because it's really low cut. Like it's really,
yes, I like that one.
Yeah, that's a really nice one too.
I got one from Shein. It's just got one strap, but it's a full one piece and it's pink, and it looks
nice.
I haven't tried it on. I don't know.
So if you are going, make sure to comment below if you know what bathing suit you're wearing.
Yeah, comment below.
Also,
you can even show us a picture of the bathing suit. You don't have to be in it.
Yeah. Or just, comment below. Tell us what you think about bathing suits. Do you wear them? Do you avoid them? What kind of bathing suits do you like? Like, that's all of those sorts of things that I'm so curious about. Like,
I am curious for the event, what people will be wearing. Will they be all out, like,
I know,
glam, or will it be, like, just casual?
I posted on the Fat Splash. That I never thought of that. I have never thought of that.
I love that.
But you could easily go... Okay, so what it is this plus-size content creator, she was like... Because sometimes it's really popular to have, like, a chain belt. But obviously, sometimes the chains aren't big enough to fit around the tummy. So she took necklaces, 2 necklaces, I think it was, chain necklaces.
You know, like seed bead necklaces?
Yeah.
She took 2 of those and
put them around her waist.
it was super cute.
It was adorable. And that was over a bathing suit.
The other thing you can do is, a lot of times at the thrift stores, they'll sell, like, multi-strand necklaces.
Yeah.
And you can just take them apart.
See, that would be so cool.
Yeah.
All right, anything else before we wrap up?
No, just pray to God that I come to some kind of artistic conclusion on my fat splash.
I'm excited
2025.
I'm excited to see the final product. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, until next week.
Mwah! We love you.
Shining bright. Sunshine in the sky, Megan and Tammy here to testify, spreading love, laughter and good vibes too. The Fat Girl Chronicles, we're breaking through. No more hiding, no more feeling small. We're taking up space, standing proud and tall. Our voice is strong, our stories to be heard, challenging the stereotypes, flipping the world, the Chronicle.